up, everyone? Welcome back to the Sip Off, where we have drinks and we talk all things basketball. We have an interesting show for you this week, but first, let me go ahead and get my co-host on. I got Jahan Phillips.
Hey,
What's up? What's up? That was kind of dry.
nah, that was all. I don't know. I started to do. It's a rare condition this day and age.
Like the Family Matters.
Yeah.
How's your week going?
Oh, glad that it is coming to an end. Ready to
Relatable.
get through this Christmas season and looking forward to 2023. You?
Is it?
Yours?
Is it? Um, It's really, really cold here in Amarillo.
Oh
It snowed
no.
a little bit this morning.
Oh
It has
no.
not got in double digits today. I think the highest it got was 7. The wind chill's like -15. So it hasn't been the best.
Hey, the tree in the background. Tree shows.
Right, right. All right, well, let me go ahead and get our guests in here. We got Detroit Dom.
Yo, yo.
What's up? That was kind of flat
You're
too. Uh,
you're a
Sorry,
yo
I'm
yo.
I'm
You're a
mad
yo
I got
yo.
to work a full. We had a meeting at work today because this snowmageddon's supposed to be coming sometime like late tonight or tomorrow morning, like 5 to 8 inches. We had a meeting just for them to be like, "Y'all got to work tomorrow,"
oh,
because they're like, "We're not going to forecast a snow day," but they gave afternoon shift the night off. I was not trying to cuss, even though I know we can. That was a slip. Yeah, afternoon shift didn't have to work because they're forecasting a snow day, but not for us.
that's not
Whatever.
fun at all. Well, what are you drinking tonight?
I got some Rolling Rock. I got some Admiral. I got some 1800 in the freezer on chill
What jersey you got
Okay,
on?
buckets
that too. All
Okay.
right.
Yeah, I like that. I
Okay.
like that. That's smooth.
till I spill some
All
beer
right.
on it.
Don't do that. All right. We go ahead and bring in our next guest. We got Joseph Jenkins. What's up, Joseph?
Hey Megan, what's up
How are
everybody?
you?
I'm I'm being worked on right now. I've been watching Eric Thomas motivational videos and every day and just I'm being worked on right now and I love every bit of it. I'm just in a better place and I
You need a haircut.
that too. I've got that on Saturday. I was trying to get it Friday, but I don't get off until 6 and my barber's not
Look how you just disrespect our show. Come on here with the, you know what? Never mind.
open.
Keep
but
going, Joseph.
I'm but everything is good. Like I'm surrounded by a lot of venom at work, but with Eric Thomas and his motivational videos and stuff, I'm being worked on right now. This is good. How y'all doing?
I'm being worked on
Doing
right
really
now.
well.
Venom like Topher Grace with the blonde hair.
More like nothing but negativity and poison around you. I work with some very toxic people at work, and like 2 months ago, I was at the point of thinking I was going to lose my sanity, but now I live with Eric Thomas and stuff, and just listening to his motivational videos every morning and every night, it just makes it easier for me to deal with it. Like see it. I'm being worked on right now, and I can't be mad. I can't be mad.
Are you outside and it's snowing, or do you got
Yeah, it's
a,
No,
snowing.
I
a
normally
sweet filter?
I normally sit on the patio, but they have the patio umbrella down, so it's all wet over there. So I'm at the front, and it's just raining.
Okay.
Wow. All right. Well, I'm going to bring in our last guest. We've got Willer Lights.
I'm back to the
Yes, he is.
original
How are you, Will?
name. I'm back to the original name, guys. I'm back to the original name. Don't worry. But I will occasionally drink a Miller Lite, occasionally drink a Shandy. But why not? Haven't had a Miller in ages, so yeah. I'm
Interesting.
doing. I'm
Cheers,
doing.
everyone.
Yes. I'm doing. I'm good. I'm
Hey,
relaxed. I don't have to go to work for like 2 more weeks. Um,
hey, Dom, I
going
drink.
on.
That's nice.
Yeah, going on daily walks, hanging out with family. Yeah, all is good.
Awesome, awesome. All right, guys. Well, let's go ahead and kick off our topics tonight. Will, why don't you go ahead and start us off?
Okay, so you guys know I'm a UConn women's basketball fan. At first this year, I thought they were going to struggle without Paige, even though we did have Azzy Fudd and Nika Mule. They have actually exceeded expectations for me this year. They have done really well. Do I think they're championship worthy? It's still early to tell. I think they're still one of the best teams in the country. Could make noise in March still. But this year they have beaten 3 ranked teams, which are Texas, NC State, and Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
They're number 9 in the country, second in the Big East. Coach Auriemma has been absent with a sickness, and his mother has passed recently. But our assistant, Coach Daly, has been taking over, and she's been great. And historically, she's been really good. When Coach has been absent, she's a record 15-0 when he is absent. So no loss there. Let's see what else. We have done really well without Azzy. She's been out for multiple weeks. She got hurt. She should be back in a few weeks. I don't remember how long. I think it's a long timetable. I think it was like 4 to 6 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And we're also doing this with Paige. She's been out the whole year. She got her in the off season, unfortunately. But also Nika Mule, or Nikki, I don't remember what her real first name, Nika. Mule is number 1 in assists per game, averaging 10.1 assists per game. But yeah, this team is playing well. Of course, you're behind the South Carolinas, the Stanfords, South Carolina. Was it Stanford? Stanford's number 2, right?
Yes.
Stanford, yes. Stanford and other big schools. But it seems like even without the big names of Azzy and Paige, that the team is gelling together and playing just fine. So, yeah, I wanted to bring that up.
Okay, very cool.
Grabbing asses and taking names.
Oh, grabbing asses, taking names. All right, Joseph.
Okay.
All right.
Cheers to that.
Well then.
Right, indeed.
To grabbing asses
then.
and taking names.
Oh, God.
Well then.
It's not an episode of the Sip Office. Something crazy doesn't happen.
I'm still undecided on my topic. Is it possible?
Yeah, I don't care.
Take it away, Gauntlet brother.
Who, me?
Mm-hmm.
Hang on, I was just trying to pull up. I mean, it's right there in the screen name. Hey! Indoor voices. Actual indoor voices. Dwayne Casey needs fired. I'm tired of this team ping pong balling. I don't want a lottery pick anymore. I'm tired of it. And as time goes on, I'm starting to realize that the Dwayne Casey hire was kind of like the Lions' Jim Caldwell hire. Not a good hire, a safe hire. Like Dwayne Casey, sorry, not sorry, he's not a good coach.
Apparently, Dom's brother.
Hey, what up, Mike?
He accumulated a bunch of regular season wins in Toronto, and then they never went anywhere in the playoffs until they got Kawhi.
I mean, they made.
Then they did, but it's just. And the thing is, we're losing games badly. We fought back when I was there the other night. Fought back from a 20-point deficit, and then still lost by 20. They don't play defense. They shoot way too many threes to be shooting such a low percentage. And it's not Pistons basketball. Like the teams of old that I remember, the Bad Boys. Everyone hated them because they were rough and tumble, borderline dirty. But you know what? Played defense. Going to work Pistons. Defense. Go look at that box score from those finals. Held the Lakers to under 100 all but one game. That was the only game they won. 2 of those games under 80. One game in the 60s. 60 points. Granted, that's not going to happen in today's NBA.
Right.
But this Pistons team now, it reminds me of 2 to 3 years before the Bad Boys at the Silverdome, giving up 130, 140 points, and now it's right back to the same thing. Like, Cade being out, that sucks. But this was not just to match my hat or anything. We need not Jimmy Butler now because he's too old and he wouldn't come here. We need like a 5 years ago Jimmy Butler or a Draymond Green. We need a grown up that the team will listen to. Hopefully someone that plays defense and like, hey, get out there and play defense, or at halftime, I'm going to beat you with a broom handle in the locker room. It's just it's frustrating because this team has so much talent, and I get it. Like the way the league is now, like it's very little defense being played. But guess what? The teams that do play defense, they're good. Like Golden State, for all the firepower they have, they play defense. The Spurs since the 90s play defense. Like, it's kind of like how the NFL has changed to a passing league, but at the same time, if you run the ball and you play good defense, you still win games. And until we do that, this is what it looks like. I was trying to pull up. You probably got it in front of you. Are we number 1 right now for Tankathon? Yep, 8-26. Least wins and 2 more losses. Hornets are number 2, who we beat. Spurs are 4. Magic, who we also beat. Oh, damn, JoJo. The Wizards are that bad. Hey, can we get Bradley Beal?
Okay, so that's interesting. Let's talk about that a little bit, what's going on in Washington, because, we've heard that Kuz wants out, that he possibly wants to go back to Cali. What are your thoughts on it, Joseph?
I don't invest too much into the going back to Cali thing because I think he'd be a good fit there, and I don't think it'd be as good as they want it to be. But the team has some offensive talent, but there's no heart from the leader. And it's funny, Bradley, because Bradley says the right things, says it all, but I think, and it kind of leads into the topic, I think he's just one of those guys that's tired of giving his blood, sweat, and tears as a leader of this team because he did that for like the last 8 years. To be the leader of a team that wins the championship pretty much tired every night at the end of a game. I mean, look at Giannis, Bucks are trying to go, or look at all the stuff that, granted, he may not, but look at Joel, look at Curry and stuff. When it comes to leading a team and being out the stretch, now he can do it in moments because against Phoenix, he dropped 17. But I don't know. I think the Wizards really are trying hard to solidify KP, Kyle, and Brad, because if you watch the Wizards, give them on together, they always bring it. Like you're getting 60, 65 points between the 3 of them alone. It's just, I think Brad wants to be with them, but I think Brad might need to accept that this team is going to have to be at its best the way Utah's kind of been being at its best. They have a leader at Utah, but they have like that rah, like standout leader. And one night, Laurie could be the leader off. The other night, and I think I see that a lot about us, but I hope they stay. I hope Kyle stays. I really do like Kyle a lot. And I think, but what I'm starting to realize is they're betas. They're not leaders. And if you know, I started to notice some of the things I used to be irritated with Bradley Beal last year doing, I've seen Kyle Kuzma do in the middle of our losing streak. And that's how this team goes. If we're losing, these rumors come up, but Kyle don't want to be here, everything. But if they're winning, if they're winning, you don't hear about it. Like you don't hear about it. And so, but good question. But if I may, I'm learning now the difference between what I grew up with to now with. Back then, I would say, looked at the talent pool, I would say 50, 55, 60% of the players were very talented, but 100% of the players all had the desire to want to win in NBA championships. And now, I think the talent is about 75 to 80%, but the heart to want to be a champion it's less, because I think they're very talented, but I don't think they want win with giving it at the cost of losing, like, having their body sore for, weeks at a time. I don't see anybody playing with the flu and dropping 42 as Jordan do, and yet these guys are so talented. Scoring is so easy for them, and they can go from 2 points to 20 points in the span of 5 minutes. But if you came down to it in crunch time and your team is down by 20 with 4 minutes left, you call it quits. Man, back in the day, we had 8 points and 9 seconds for Reggie Miller, 13 and 33 seconds from Houston Rockets and stuff. And then you see teams if they were down by 25, the Golden State Warriors, and he pretty much punched the game. And it's like, you have 25 points in 15 minutes, and you're a defending champion. You're punting the game, but I think they're playing a long game because I think they're one of the few teams that care about winning. But you see that a lot in the league, and it's like you're giving up with it down by 15 with 3 minutes and 5 seconds left. That's plenty of time if you buckle down and give it your all to the game. It's just I'm noticing the huge difference, and it's crazy because I think if they had 65% or 70% of the heart from the back in the day to now, we would have some intense, amazing, every year, every game type battles from some of the perennial top tier teams. And you wouldn't see too many blowouts as much because everybody's fighting to the death. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I don't see that nowadays.
Okay. All righty. Jahan, what you want to talk about?
I would love to talk about one Kevin Durant.
Okay.
Kevin Durant just moved into 16th all time in scoring. He's 59 points away from moving into 15th all time and passing one Tim Duncan. By the end of this year, Kevin Durant should be top 10 all time. He's within 1,000 points of being top 10 all time. And I would say by the end of next year, he should be 8th all time. And within striking distance of 7th in Wilt Chamberlain. Kevin Durant. What is there to be said about Kevin Durant, though? I mean, the man.
So, okay, let me interject real quick. Okay, when we talk MVP talks, because it's way too early. I get that part, but I mean, everybody already brings it up. Like we hear Jason Tatum. Who else do we hear?
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Giannis and
Luka Doncic.
I have not heard anybody talk about KD being in the MVP conversation. He's having one of the best seasons of his career, like on pace to be better than his MVP season. All right, go ahead. I just wanted to put that in there.
And I think he definitely should be in the conversation. Brooklyn has been on a tear here lately since the return of one Kyrie Irving. So it's possible to say that Brooklyn is the hottest team in the NBA currently. I guess you might have to say the other New York team if you're being unbiased. I think the New York Knicks might have some say on that. But Kevin Durant should be getting more paraded. Definitely. He definitely should be getting more paraded currently, but just keep doing what you're doing, Slim Reaper.
That's the best nickname. He has the two best nicknames maybe of all time.
I would say definitely, but I'm biased, so I can't.
I'm gonna read off some of his stats from the last few games. In last night's game against Golden State, which they had no Kyrie, he had 23 points. He was 9 of 17, 7 boards, 5 assists. He had 40.
And they were up 40 at the half, and they put 91 up in the first half.
He's
ridiculous.
Go ahead. 91.
I was
yeah.
I was just gonna say
they play Golden State.
he's more of a leader now. He realized after
He is more of a leader now. I feel like that too.
like
And he played Detroit on the 18th. He had 43 points then.
We were up
28
on
points
them at
against-
the half.
Yeah, 28 points against Toronto on the 16th. He had 30 points against Washington on the 12th. He didn't play against Indiana, but he played against ATL. He had 34 points. Against Chicago, 29 points. 31 points against Boston. 17 points against Toronto. 39 against Washington. Like, he's been putting up major numbers. I guess his career, season average right now is 30 points. He's averaging 30 points. That's ridiculous.
I think to your point, I think he's like in Sean's point. I think Brooklyn kind of they kind of are. Each game, each win, each up and down. The leaders, the alphas, Kyrie and Kevin, are figuring out that hey, their team may not be the names, like the star power names, but for the system that they run and their coach and the way he's coaching, they fit very well. And like Ben Simmons has been a very good piece for that team, and he's not even dropping 10 plus points all the time. He's been able to facilitate, and I think with Kevin Durant, he's become more of a facilitator. You know, back in the day, he'd have 25, 27 shots. If you look at some of the shot selections, he sometimes is no more than 15, 16, and then you got people like Cam Thomas, Kyrie, Royce O'Neal, all of them around that 10 to 12 to 15 type range. So like
Brett Brown or Bruce Brown.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Love you, Bruce Brown.
I'm trying
Miss
to look
you,
at
Bruce
his
Brown.
percentages real quick.
he's very efficient.
Is he close? Is he close to the 50, 40, 90?
I think so. Because he's at 92% three.
Field goal, he's at 60%. Three points, he's at 40%. Yeah, and free throws, he's at 94. Yeah, so he's at 6. Yeah,
49. And
he's over.
I honestly, when you watch him, he knows nobody's checking him. He wants that challenge. He wants somebody to dunk on him and feel like they got on him because he just gonna come back down and just do what he do. Whether he going to think it, he not coming back down just looking to score. If he makes a play for himself and finds somebody else open, he'll tell you that way as well. And I like that about him now. He trusts his team.
And I think he gave an interview earlier in the season, talking about like nobody likes him and that the media is always coming for him. So I think that that's something that might be fueling what he has going on court. Definitely has something to prove. And then all this drama that is New York anyway. You know, Steve Nash out, Kyrie, is he in? Is he out? And they really, I mean, I know you can count Ben Simmons as a big three, but I don't necessarily think that he's that third piece on a big three, really.
Should be.
He should be. He's paid to be. I do think he's a decent facilitator. You're not going to get a ton of points out of Ben Simmons. We know this. I think we've just kind of got to get off that. Like, it's not going to happen. But he is somebody that can put up maybe, you know, he could put up a double-double and have that many in rebounds and assists. Like, that's what you should be able to get out of Ben Simmons. You should definitely be able to get those assists out of him. He is more of like a true point. I think he's a little too tall. He's a little too big, in my opinion. I feel like if you're that size, you should be able to go into the lane and not be scared to shoot a layup, you know? Just kind of my
I would take
personal
10, 10, and 7 from Simmons
if he
every single night.
if they play,
Give me 10.
he shows up in that fourth quarter in crunch time for them, I think that'll make them the perfect fit because Kevin will keep them going for the first 3 quarters. But if he makes that critical assist or critical rebound to be able to extend the possession or secure a game, I think that will make Brooklyn one of the most dangerous teams in the game.
You're right, but the next time Ben Simmons shows up in the fourth quarter will be the first time.
JJ, did you have a different topic that you wanted to talk about, or was that what you wanted to talk about?
That actually turned into what I wanted to talk about because I like, you know me, I like to kind of observe and kind of compare and stuff because it's beautiful what happened in basketball, but at the same time it's disappointing. So that was just kind of my only topic.
Okay. Well, I'm going to talk about Angel Reese a little bit. You know me, I'm going to highlight women's basketball. And if you aren't watching LSU basketball, you definitely should. I don't know exactly if she has it now. Hold on, let me look. She had Double doubles. Let me see if their most recent game she had a double double. She did.
Hang
So
on.
that's 12. That's 12 double doubles for her in a row.
Why Jahan look like Johnny Cochran with OJ's hat?
You don't like my glasses?
I do. It's the angle. Hey, bro, if you like it, I love it.
I think I'm dapper as
Go
hell,
ahead.
dog.
I agree with you. It's just that's what I saw. Sorry, go ahead, Megan.
She is a 6'3" forward. She's a sophomore. She plays for LSU. She's playing for Kim Mulkey. Last season, she averaged, let me see, she was averaging 17.8 points per game and 10.6 rebounds. This year, she's averaging 24.6 points and 14.6 rebounds. So a major step forward there just between her freshman and her sophomore year. Right now, like I said, she's averaging 24.6 points, 14.6 rebounds, 2.9 assists, and she's shooting from the field 63.5%. LSU has been doing some major things down there, and I don't think that's necessarily surprising because wherever Kim Mulkey goes, that's what's going to happen. But I think Angel's going to be somebody that we see in the league in the future, and I think she could do some big things.
I agree.
See, in her most recent game, she had 25 points against Oregon State, against Mountain State, I think MT State. She had 30 points and 12 boards. Against Lafayette, she had 36 and she had 32 points and 15 boards. Against Tulane, she had 21 points and 10 boards, 25 and 11 again. So she's just steady putting up double doubles. Like that's exactly what Aaliyah Boston was doing last season, and I expect that out of her. Like I think they're going to do something in the tournament. They are hanging out right around number 10, I think, in the rankings right now. So definitely a team to watch out for.
Kim is smart. Kim knows in order to take down South Carolina, you better match their bigs, and that's what they got. She got a 6'3" forward. That if they get the double double, she have a double double. Kim know what she needs to do if she wants to win.
She does. She's doing.
Can I touch on something real quick?
Of course.
All right. So my Michigan people, Damon DC and Scuba Steve. Happy birthday, by the way, Scuba Steve. Happy 40th.
Oh, yeah,
good
Steve.
sir.
Said he's a man.
I'm a man. I'm
the same
40.
thing I did. He was like, "Man, I've been waiting to post this."
I'm a man. I'm 40. You want to come at somebody? You come at me. But I want to shout out because we had a series this week: the University of North Carolina Tar Heels and the University of Michigan Wolverines, and the Tar Heel women were favored, and Michigan women overcame, got the W. But the Tar Heel men earlier this season, when you looked at this matchup, were also favored. They've gone through some stuff, you know, preseason number 1 to unranked, and arguably it may be the fastest ever. Don't quote me on that. It might be the fastest by 2 days, but that's neither here nor there. However, 4 straight losses, and then coming into this week, it was a daunting task. Ohio State and Michigan, and the Tar Heel men were able to overcome both. I can't say enough about how the team looked.
Y'all came to play last night.
Yeah, and whenever Michigan would try to creep back, it was like they pushed it back out. It never got to where it felt like UNC was in danger. It felt like it was always okay. Even if we let you creep in, we still are in control. Caleb Love punctuated it with a resounding dunk. I mean, that thing, he pulled it back and just yammed it, and the crowd was just crazy. But Caleb Love also go down and shoot a 3 from half court that misses badly, and lets Michigan creep back in. But that's neither here nor there. He's learning. He's you take what you get with Caleb, because you love Caleb and you hate Caleb for the same reason. You love Caleb because he's fearless and willing to take that shot. He did it against Duke, and that's one of the greatest shots in school history. And then
Right.
you hate Caleb because he goes 5 of 36, or 5 of 36. So I mean, you take what you can get with Caleb, and you hate and love him for the same reason. He's fearless. He doesn't lose confidence. Kid doesn't lose confidence. Even if he's in a slump, he doesn't lose confidence. But I don't know what we're gonna see with this team. I said national championship. I'm gonna stand on it because that was my prediction. National championship redemption. So I'm gonna stand on that. I'm gonna eat those words. If I eat them, I'll eat crow live on the show. But as of right now, national championship team, and I'm gonna stick with it.
Okay. As far as
Need to get hot at the right time.
You said what? As far as men's college ball, so here's the top 10 real quick. Number 1, we got Purdue. They are 12-0. You got the UConn men, who are 13-0. You got Houston at number 3, who are 12-1. Kansas, who's 11-1 at number 4. Arizona at number 5, who's 11-1. Virginia, they're 8-2 at number 6. Texas is 10-1 at number 7. Tennessee is 10-2 at number 8. Alabama is 10-2 as well at number 9, and then Arkansas at number 10, 11-1. Gonzaga fell out the top 10. They're at number 11. They're 10-3. I think they might.
That's the first time in like first time in like 4 years, right?
Yeah, that they're not in that top 10. So I don't know if I'm necessarily surprised by that. I feel like they don't look like the same team as last year. And even last year, they were proven to not be successful when it came tournament time. Texas, our only loss is to Illinois, and Illinois is a really good team. We're no longer ranked. We're number 7. Illinois is number 16. They're a pretty good team, and it was a good game. It went until the very end, and despite drama with their coach, and like I said, I definitely don't really want to get into that until all the details come out. I'm not big on saying something about someone until we know for sure what all the details are. But good job for the guys to be able to play through that and focus and do what's important. We play Texas A&M Commerce coming up. Obviously, we're not in conference play yet, so it'll heat up next month a little bit more and towards the end of next month. And as far as the women, hold on real quick, and I'll switch over to the women's.
Texas and Kansas.
What'd you say?
Texas and Kansas look like they're on a crash course for the Big 12 title.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure of that. And I guess I'm just not too on the men's side of things. It does feel like a victory when we win the Big 12 title. On the ladies' side of things, I think it's expected for us to win it. South Carolina's at number 1. They're 12-0. Stanford is 12-1 at number 2. Who did they lose to though?
Wasn't Stanford like UConn or something? Or no,
I'll tell you who won't be ranked on the men's side anymore.
They lost
Arizona State.
South Carolina in overtime. What about Arizona State?
I said, tell you who won't be ranked on the men's side, Arizona State. Shout out to the San Francisco Dons for that blowout.
Yeah.
And
then this one is a surprise for me. Ohio State at number 3. Like, we didn't even see them be ranked hardly at all last year. So to me, that's a surprise. Then we have Indiana at number 4, who's 12-0. You got Notre Dame, which is a team I really enjoy watching play. They're really high energy. They are 10-1. UNC is 9-2. NC State is 11-1 at number 7. Virginia Tech is 11-1 as well. UConn 9-2 at number 9, and then we got LSU, who's 12-0.
Can I say something?
Hold on. Keep an eye out for Iowa, who's at number 13, and they're 10-3. I think anywhere Caitlin Clark is, you can't count them out. Go
Hey,
ahead.
Jahan, how about Duke losing to Wake Forest?
Big Ten teams
Oh,
on the
man.
women's side are way more legit.
what's
Right.
up, Jahan?
No,
I ain't even been talking about the Duke game. Like I hear a lot of Carolina fans like, "Oh, we can't afford to talk trash right now because we've been stinking it up." But I mean, anytime Duke loses is a great thing. But Duke's not on my radar right now.
Tuesday was
Duke's
such
not on my radar, bro.
a weird day for basketball. Anyway, for college basketball, there was 4 upsets on the men's side, and then there was one on the women's side. Obviously,
Tuesday's the best day to watch. Every day they talk about it, and so
Virginia, that was our only ranked game. Virginia number 6 versus Miami 22. Miami came out with the upset 66-64. Then Marquette ended up losing in double overtime to Providence 98-103.
that was crazy.
It was a crazy game. Duke number 14 lost to Wake Forest 81-70, and then Mississippi State dropped to Drake 58-52. Mississippi State is
Drake.
Oh my God, here goes Jahan.
And then, like I said, on the women's side of things, UNC got upset by Michigan, and then Oregon and Arkansas. Oregon came out on top, but it was 85-78. Oregon is the higher ranked 16, and then Arkansas 17, and then Ohio State almost lost to South Florida in overtime 88-86, but they pulled out the win. So not as many upsets on the women's side of things, but it was close.
Flag on the play.
All right. Flag on the play. All right.
I know
so
you did not just say Arkansas.
She was just kidding.
Yeah.
She was just joking around. Trolling. She trolling.
Real quick though,
Yeah,
raise your hand if you know
It was a
what
troll.
state Drake University is in. I didn't. Jahan, you only know by accident.
No idea.
Isn't it like Kentucky?
No.
No.
Megan probably knows.
Megan
No.
does know.
Where is it?
Tell us, Jahan.
It's in Iowa. It's in Des Moines, Iowa.
Are you serious?
Oh. Mhm. All right, so we're going to go through the NBA games real quick. We have 4 games on Christmas. Do we have 4 or do we have 5?
5.
I only have 4 written down. Hold on. Wait
5.
a second.
5.
I'll be right back. Okay.
Okay.
Which Christmas game are
so
you guys most looking forward to?
Well, okay, the first game we have the Sixers versus the Knicks in New York. Thoughts on that game? Who wins?
I got the Sixers.
Okay.
I got.
They're all on
the
ABC.
Knicks. I got the Knicks.
You got the Knicks. Okay.
Yeah,
Who
I
you
got
got,
the
Dom?
Knicks.
Knicks.
Okay. Hey, Jay. I'm gonna take the Knicks as well. All right, then the next game we got the.
Oh wait,
Lakers.
when Will come back, we gotta get Will because
What's up?
Joseph might be lone wolf. Who you got? Sixers, Knicks.
Sixers.
Okay.
Hold on.
I think Joel.
I got this. I got the Sixers too. I think I like what the Knicks are doing. They're playing hard. They have a nice little rotation
So that's
going with
four
Quickly
Knicks.
and Grimes. But I think the Knicks. It's going to be the Sixers because I think they're pretty good as well. They seem to be kind of figuring it out.
Okay. Then the next game at 2:30, we have the Lakers versus the Mavericks. I got the Mavericks. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. The Lakers are struggling. AD's out. Kind of self-explanatory.
Someone on the radio in Detroit called him. Wait, no, I'm sorry. It was Jim Rome that called him Street Clothes Davis.
Street Clothes Davis.
Okay, who you got, John?
I
Don't do it.
LeBron on Christmas is a different beast. I'm gonna go with LA. I'm gonna go with LA.
LA.
What are you playing?
What are you playing?
They're playing Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron on Christmas, he elevates.
Dom, who you got?
I think
Mavs, Santa Dinwiddie, Russell Westbrook with another triple-double and a loss. Does he already own that record? Because if he doesn't, he will.
yeah, he's gonna have the record for triple
No,
double.
for triple-doubles and a loss, I bet he does.
No, he has the triple doubles record. Like
Cool. How many rings does he
before he
got?
went to before he went to LA.
How many rings does he got? Oh, the same number as everyone on this panel? Bet.
All right.
Joseph,
Is
who you
it,
got?
is it in Dallas?
Yes,
It's in Dallas.
I'll take Dallas because I like their role players play very well at home. They do get off.
Okay.
I do like and respect LeBron because I do think he's going to be it's a piece. But I think what's going to happen is I think the players are going to cancel each other out when it comes to like the role guys. Spencer Dinwiddie, Russell Westbrook cancel out. Tim Hardaway, who has become a great piece for Jason Kidd as that starting small forward, he's going to cancel out. And but if there's no AD, then the difference maker for me would be coming off the bench, Christian Wood. And I think that Dallas is just at home. They do pretty well.
Will, who you got?
You all know I love Luka. Go Mavericks.
Okay, next game at the 5 p.m. slot, we got the Bucks versus the Celtics in Boston. Jahan?
Giannis Antetokounmpo,
Okay.
Milwaukee.
I got the Bucks. Jason Tatum shrinks in big moments. Dude had one of the worst finals I've ever seen. Speaking of, about LeBron, real quick, I thought it was like today or whatever. Y'all see his Instagram post?
No, because I don't
Yeah,
like him.
when he marked out the king, the S on the Kings.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why everybody's making a big deal of it. I
They
mean, his
lost.
nickname
Me
King
neither.
James.
They
Me
lost
neither,
that
I just-
game, though. Didn't they lose?
Yeah, in a loss, he did that.
Yeah, but I mean, his nickname's King James.
Whatever.
Wah.
I mean, I like
Congratulations
that.
on your fake ring, LeBron.
I have gained such an appreciation for LeBron James this last year. Me and LeBron have such a weird relationship. From 2003 to 2010, I loved LeBron James. I loved LeBron James. Then, he puts on this pageantry and this pomp and circumstance, and he decides he's going to take his talents to South Beach. And I said, screw you, LeBron. I hope you never win a thing. And then, he does. He goes and he wins because he's LeBron. He's great. He's talented.
I only like LeBron from 03 to 2010.
And then he goes home to Cleveland. And then, 2016, naturally we had that rocky thing after he comes back from 3-1 against my boy Steph. And our relationship soured a little bit again. And then the great Black Mamba passes in 2020. And I decide, you know what? I have spent too much time hating on these athletes. And they don't even know I exist. And why am I expending so much energy hating them when they don't even know who I am? And I said,
feel you.
What? I'm going to let this go. I'm going to let this go.
I feel you. I hated Jordan and Kobe for years. And then I found myself coming to their defense in the LeBron arguments. You know what the difference is? At no point in the future will I ever come to LeBron's defense.
So, JJ,
I will love him the day he retires.
Joseph, what you got? Milwaukee or
appreciate
Boston?
LeBron again.
I got Boston because I think as Time Lord gets healthier and Time Lord's starting to bang out some double doubles and things like that, get them on the defense. It's going to be a critical piece for them when they're coming down to a game like this. And I think they're at Boston, and Milwaukee's tough, but Milwaukee does struggle on the road, and they kind of struggle pretty bad. Chris Middleton's in and out the lineup. Drew Holiday hasn't been Drew 24/7. Giannis shows up. But I think Boston is just they shoot lights out at home. They shoot lights out anywhere, but they shoot really lights out at home. And I think with Time Lord now, like Time Lord's only getting like 20 minutes, and he's already almost close to a double-double. Imagine when he gets into that lineup, it gives him that defensive presence. And Giannis, for as great as he is, they will call charges and fouls on him in crunch time. And that with that team, Jason Tatum, honestly, he has a struggle really with the Warriors, but the Bucks series, I kind of disagree with Dom. He showed up throughout that whole series, matched Giannis.
Oh, he was great in the conference finals.
Right, but my point is, we're not talking about facing in the NBA Finals. We're talking about one game against the Milwaukee Bucks. I will bank my money on Jason Tatum showing up and leading his team to victory against Giannis and the Bucks.
Who you got, Will?
Boston, way too strong. Give me Boston.
I'm also going Boston, mainly just because they're at home.
Whoa.
I am. And y'all know I don't like Boston. I'm taking Boston because they're at home, and y'all know how those fans are at home. I think it can be a difference maker. Just going with them. All right, so next game we got Grizzlies versus the Warriors. They're in Golden State.
I'm first.
Yeah.
You know what it is? Dubs in 4.
Oh my God.
If you want them to win, you got to wear that Ja Morant jersey.
Dubs in 4. We pulling out the Steph for that. We pulling out the Steph, baby. The 75th anniversary Steph. Let's go, baby.
All right, Dom.
Christmas Day.
I mean, it's 2-3 days from now, but I'm looking at the injuries and whatnot. Steph's out right now.
No,
but
he's still
is he
going to be
going
out.
to be back?
No, he's going to be out for a while.
I got Memphis.
Okay. JJ?
Ja.
I got Memphis too, because I think the Warriors are down a little bit. They've been getting blown out left and right. And Memphis, they knew who they are. Their guys are back. Jaren Jackson's coming back.
They are who we thought they were.
They are who they thought.
Let them off the hook.
Jaren is back. Jaren is back.
Yeah, they back. And Ja, I just think they're too powerful. I just think if the Golden State had Steph back, I say if Steph was back but Clay wasn't, I'd give them a better chance to win than with Clay and Jordan without no Steph.
Okay. Will, what you got?
Grizzlies.
I'm going to take Golden State because because they've been getting blown out. I think that they're due back a bounce back game, and Memphis does not play well on the road, and so they're going to be in Golden State. I feel like
I can't wait to gritty and play whoop that trick.
Mess. Okay, last game of Christmas night, we got the Suns versus the Nuggets in Denver. That's going to be at 10:30 Eastern. We're all going to be drunk by then.
That is Jesus' birthday. I am abstaining from alcohol.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
I'm eating
John,
Chinese food.
I'm gonna go Phoenix.
Okay.
I think Devin Booker is gonna put on a Christmas performance that we
He was out last game though.
He was out last game. What?
He was out last game.
Mm-hmm. So is he going to be back for this game?
Probably. He's dead today.
He's dead.
Well,
yeah.
if Devin Booker plays, Devin Booker is going to put on a Christmas performance that we are going to be lauding about for years to come. I'm saying right here, right now, 50-piece Devin Booker, Christmas Day.
Okay, I like it. Dom?
much as it pains me to say, I'm going to agree with everything that Jahan said. If he plays, we'll see a Christmas miracle. I was literally just going to look at the game logs because how many 40 pieces or more has Booker put up this year? I feel like every 2 or 3 days, he's hanging 40 on someone.
Right.
But
he only plays,
if he doesn't play, they lose by a lot. Like Phoenix is all banged up.
Okay, Joseph, who you got?
If he has a 50 piece, I got it in a loss. Because I don't
Devin
think
Booker from Grand
I got
Rapids,
it in a
Michigan.
loss because I think the way Joker's playing right now, it's so effortlessly, and their guys at home, they hit their shot. Bones Nyland off the bench. Plus, the big piece is Campaign is not back yet. And he's supposed to be out for quite some time. And so for somebody like Bones Highland coming off the bench, that's a critical piece to match when it cuts because Bones is going to sling it. But I think Denver is very strong at home. And yes, Jamal Murray's been up and down, and Michael Porter's been up and down. But Aaron Gordon
Murray didn't play last night either.
Right. Aaron Gordon's been playing well. Bruce Brown's been playing well. And a key to that's going to help them because Phoenix is at its best when Booker's getting off, dropping his 20, 30, 40 points. Chris Paul's dropping 16 and 10 assists. But DeAndre Ayton getting 20 and 12 to 13. And with the Joker being the main person he's going to be guarding against, I don't think he's going to be able to be as big of a factor as they need him to be to win this game. Because a lot of times, if you notice in Devin Booker's 40 and 50-point games, quite a few of them were losses. So it's not necessarily that's a guaranteed win when he gets those 40, 50 points. And I think against Denver, I think it's going to be Denver's night. And I think Denver's going to beat them by like 10, 15.
Okay. Will, what you got?
Denver.
I gotta agree. And just because of the injury level of Phoenix, and because I think that Jokic is probably, he's putting up. We talked about that MVP conversation earlier, and that's definitely somebody that should be in that conversation. When you average a triple double, you should always be in that conversation.
And they're winning.
Can he do it? Can he do it 3 times back to back?
I think he has a very good shot.
I think he can.
Oh, here comes Alan.
Nah.
Alan says Denver sucks.
But I was gonna say one more thing.
But they're playing at home. They're playing at home, though, Alan. They're playing at home.
And one more thing about that game. My dad, CP3, who graduated from Winston-Salem State University.
Congratulations.
Yes, Congratulations, Dad.
Did you hey, 1 second about that. Dom, do you see, or Jahan, did you see who he took inspiration from graduating?
From his mom.
He said he saw Vince Carter graduate from Chapel
at 42.
Hill and fly back for a playoff game and said, man, I want to do that.
Yeah, that's goated.
Right. Definitely.
But my dad's gonna have some say about this game. My dad, Chris Paul, the third, the real CP3.
Oh, don't do Candace like that. Okay, so anyway, that's the show. We hope that you guys have a very Merry Christmas and you enjoy your holidays. Be safe. Whatever you need to do, if you're not sober, don't drive. Call an Uber, a Lyft, whatever you got to do. Stay where you're at. It's not that serious. Does anybody else have some shout outs?
Not as a shout out, but I will leave it with a nice quote from, of course, like I said, I'm being refined and worked on. It's called Decisions. When you make the good decisions, you surround yourself with winners and you're going to win. If you make the bad decisions, you'll surround yourself with losers and you won't win. If you want to win and you want to be successful, make better decisions.
Y'all want to win, put Booby in.
Booby Miles. I love Booby.
All right, does anybody else have some shout outs?
I love you guys. I got to go. The Wizards are playing. I love
you.
All right.
Good night, everybody. Thank you guys for watching.